Well, hello garden friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Travis and garden in Zone 7 here in Louisville, Kentucky. Also decorate, garden, paint, decorate with primitives and just do all kinds of stuff on here. Oh, and of course, um, we do a lot of Halloween stuff here on the channel. So if you're new here and any of that interests you, and you enjoy the content, please subscribe. It's completely free, and I would really appreciate that. So anyway, I guess we had kind of a rough winter. I actually didn't want to hesitated to do this video because there was so much work that needed to happen in the garden, and have been super busy working full time and side hustle and all the things. But I finally got a couple days to get out here and work. So I did have some garden losses this year. Kind of a rough winter, I guess. So those that have been following a while, y'all remember the two big knockout roses I had here in this corner. I had just a classic like hot pink knockout there, and yellow sunny rose, which was my favorite because it was, not only was it gorgeous, but it was super fragrant, had a really nice smell to it. But we had a lot of dieback, and as we go through this video, I'll show you other things that did not make it this year. Excuse the noisy road. Never fails. uh, so anyway, I've lost the two knockouts here on this corner and the knockout that was on that corner. So now I've got some gaps to fill here, so I'm debating on what I want to do. I love my barberry shrubs. I mean, you just can't beat that burgundy color. Super low maintenance, and just, you know, I just love the burgundy in the garden. And I love them paired here with the spireas. I love that chartreuse color next to the barberry. You can see I hacked away on my crepe myrtle finally. It was actually almost touching the power lines. So I cut that back yesterday. And I limb mine up. I think that's what they do in the South. But I really like showing the bark here on the bottom, and then I'll let them leaf out at the top. And I know it looks butchered right now, but believe me, it'll be right back out in no time. So another reason I hesitated on this video is, as you can see, I got a lot of weeds left to pull. I did pull a lot of weeds today in the backyard, but as always, I show you guys the good, the bad, the ugly here in the garden. It's real life, so it is what it is. So as usual, I'll come in here with some cardboard back in here and lay some fresh mulch. I got a few things to move. Look how bright this spirea is. This is just beautiful. And this, I believe, was from just a branch that had rooted itself in the mulch, and I just pulled it up and planted it there. So I definitely want to keep my spirea, my barberry. As you can see, I need to get more barberry. I'd like to, I need probably one or two more on that end as a backdrop, and probably two more over here to go behind these spireas. So the list goes on and on. Got out here a few days ago and hacked away on some of this. If you're new here, this whole edge of our property here used to be a solid wall of brush and privet hedge, vines, you name it. It was a solid wall. You couldn't even see through it. So that was one of the first things I tackled when we moved in. As you can see, you can still see the stumps here. And believe it or not, I come out here the other day to clean some of this up, and a lot of them had rotted. A lot of the stumps have rotted over time. So I guess that was about, I'm going to say at least 6 or 7 years ago when I did this. So it's taken some time for those stumps to rot. But I did put some stump rot, or whatever you want to call it, on them. But anyway, still got a lot to cut down. I need to get in here with a chainsaw and or get somebody with a chainsaw that knows what they're doing, and cut these stumps out. There and there. As you can see, over time I've plopped some daylilies in there, but I'd like this to eventually be a nice berm, flower bed. And of course, I would really like to get these trees out of here, but at this point I sound like a broken record. But what's really annoying about these trees is they leave the coccoburls, I think is what they're called. These things, they leave those everywhere, and it's not too fun walking on those and getting them in the mower. It's just annoying. So I would love to get these down eventually. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea too, because those back there are maples and they're going to get really big, really close to the house. But anyway, yeah, so if you're new, this was a solid wall through here. Cleaned all that out. It was even so bad that at the time when we moved in, all this was kind of growing over like an arch, and we could hear it scraping the side of the house. So that was a job and a half. So yeah, good, bad, ugly here. I need to figure out what I want to replace my roses with. And I don't think I'm going to do roses again there. I'm thinking about some kind of evergreen. You guys know I love my blue spruces, so I don't know, I might do something in that sort. I would love to have one that has all the crazy branches on it, kind of like a Charlie Brown tree. But the spruce, what is that called, a weeping blue spruce? I think one of those would look good right there. And then again, you're pulling in the colors, your green, your yellow, your red, and then the blue with the blue spruce. If you know, you know. So yeah, a lot of my Landseer did not make it. I have lost a lot of catmint. You might remember that through here, or on the border here, I had repeated Landseer, catmint, and Landseer and catmint. But the ones that survived look good. But like I said, I've lost a lot of Landseer, and I love Landseer. That's one of probably my top favorite perennials. Just don't think you can beat that silver color. Alright. Let's see. Where should we go? Let's go over here. So I had thought I'd also lost my roses over here because the voles have been so bad this year, tearing everything up and eating the roots of my roses. So I got out here and cut my roses back, and this one it's not as bad now, but it had a lot of dead on it, and it was rocking back and forth. So that kind of tells me that something's been chewing on the roots. Oh, look what I found. I've been looking for these. Wonder where those went. Oh, well, I've got 2 pairs now. Real life, y'all, real life. Alright, so what were we talking about? Oh, the voles have been really bad here. And if you didn't know the difference between the moles and voles, like voles with a V, the voles are what's eating your plants, your perennials, your roots and your bulbs. Those would be the voles with a V. And your moles are the ones that are after the grub, like the worms and the bugs and stuff in the soil. So if you see your perennials and roots and stuff, tubers, whatever, that have been eaten, it's not the moles, it's the voles. So in here we've got grasses coming back. I know this is an eyesore with the cardboard, but it's really working. It has killed the grass out, which is what I wanted, and it'll break down over time along with the mulch and create some nice soil. All 3 of my agaras are coming back, so that's good. I was excited that I cannot wait for this to get huge, and they will, hopefully. This is the, oh gosh, lace, something lace. Oh, if you guys know, will you let me know in the comments? I'm sure it'll come to me. But it is a gorgeous, like, tree shrub. Again, with that dark burgundy foliage. I don't know why I can't remember, but it'll come to me. I've got my Russian sage coming back. Another one of my top 5 perennials. I guess I need to do a video on my top 5 or top 10 favorite perennials. So I've got 2 of these little, is it Little Quickfire or no, Limelight Prime. I got 2 of those, one there and one there. Those were put in last year. Almost all of this was put in last year. And again, if you're new, this is a new under construction garden bed here. So yeah, this will be its 2nd season. So anyway, that's why it looks like it does. That's why it is only halfway down the fence. And this is actually my neighbor's property, but when she moved in, she was nice enough to give us a little side yard here. And she told me to do my thing, so I'm gonna do my thing. So that was really nice of her, really blessed to have the extra space to garden. Because her property actually comes all the way to the edge of our driveway. But anyway, I did not dig up my dahlias, so I will be shocked if they come back this year. One thing about dahlias, you've really got to support them well. And they don't come back every year unless you do the whole dig them up thing and store them and make sure they don't rot, and then you got to replant them back in the spring. And I don't know, it's a lot of work. So anyway, eventually all of this will be mulched. I've got the pavers right now holding the cardboard down. This is a knockout over here, a coral knockout, and I might move. Let's see if it's rocking. It's not rocking as bad as it was, but I might end up moving that and putting a shrub there. I would like to do the Limelight Primes. Now, the Limelight Primes don't get as big as my Limelights in front of the house there. Those have gotten all the way to the gutters before. So, if I had it to do over, I probably should have done the Limelight Primes because they are a shorter variety. And then did my Limelights over here where they could grow as big as they wanted to, but oh well. So the ideal here of this garden, the edge of this garden, I want it to have a curve to it, so it'll kind of go in here, and then where the gar is, it'll come out. So I want a nice curvy garden edge. I'm not going to make a straight edge there. So, but anyway, as you can see, I've got a lot left to do, and I'll be working on this a little bit more and more this season. This is a beautiful rose here. I forget the name of it, but beautiful pink, huge pink blooms. Alright, good, bad, and ugly here. We got more weeds. The purple ajuga is blooming, as well as we've got a burgundy clematis. I need to get a trellis for this. A David Austin climber, that was my grandma's. Beautiful rose, I cannot remember the name of it, but I've dug it up from her house. It's already got a bud on it. Fire and Ice hydrangea. I believe that's what it's called. And here we go again with more garden losses. This is my Incredible hydrangea. Don't know what happened. It has never looked like this. So this is either winter kill or I don't know. So if any of you gardeners know what happened, what's going on with my Bobo here, I mean, is it too far gone? Should I mean, it's got a lot of dead, as you can hear. Yeah, it's got a lot of dead in it. So I don't know if I should pull this out of here, or would it even be worth cleaning up, because there's not much green left. Oh well. That was a beautiful hydrangea too. We got another David Austin rose here. Sorry for all the background noise. It's been noisy around here today. Okay. I think most of you have seen the garage since I've painted it black. But I've got the antique sign hung back up. It blows off every time the wind picks up, so this time I drilled holes in it and screwed it into the siding there. And then I just hung this white window without the glass. Just hung that up there, and of course we got my galvanized bucket, a screen door, and a shutter, a barrel there, giving us that primitive look. Okay, so here is probably the star of the show in the garden right now. This is Snowball Viburnum. I'll move this here on this corner of the triangle garden. Looking pretty good. I think it's liking its spot. I think it gets a little bit more sun here than it did. I kind of had it kind of behind the smoke bush over there. So I think it's loving life here. I plan on getting more of these tobacco sticks. I just love these tobacco stick fences. And I'm going to continue it along this way, down the driveway there, and probably along here. So I think that'll look pretty cute and prim. Okay, not to be a Debbie Downer, but let's go back to more garden losses. It looks like, and I'm pretty sure because I don't see any green on this, but it looks like I've lost my crepe myrtle. This was a gorgeous crepe myrtle I got last year. It had the dark foliage, purple foliage, and like a fuchsia purpley pink flower. It does not look like it's gonna come back this year, but I'm gonna keep it in there for a little bit longer. So I hope that comes back. Okay, so anyway, so some good news. My David Austin climbing roses arrived last weekend, and this is Generous Gardener rose. This is going to be a gorgeous light pink rose, heavy bloomer. When it gets mature, I'm sure it'll take some time, but I do plan on growing it up the side of the garage here and have some of it go this way and some of it go over the door there. So I'm excited about that one. Generous Gardener. Here are some of the seeds I grew indoors this year. Those are dahlias. Dahlias from seed. Some Gara. And I think that is the Ageratum, the purple. And then I got a whole tray of the blue Victoria Salvia. You guys know that's one of my favorite annuals. I've got some hollyhocks and Alternanthera. Is that how you say it? This is just a foliage plant. Alright, so let's go in the backyard. The beagles have been out and enjoying this beautiful day. So as you guys know, I've got Bathsheba climbing roses on the fence. I got one there and there. Okay, the star of the show in this garden has got to be this combo over here. This is the Lemony Lace Elderberry. That's what it is. So I've got the Chartreuse, the Lemony Lace Elderberry here. And that was the another elderberry, but the purple one that I couldn't remember the name of. But anyway, nice combo here. I love the smoke bush. This is the purple smoke bush. And this camera is just not doing it justice. It's a little washed out. But it is gorgeous. And I love the color combo. I think this year I'm going to let the smoke bush just more of a shrub. Yeah, that sun is just washing the color way out. We've got, so this is what I worked on today. I had huge piles of weeds that I pulled out of here today. I need to get topsoil in here and some mulch. But I think in here in this curve, I've got the Cleome seeds. I thought it would look nice to have some pink Cleome coming up on this edge on this curve here. Everywhere you see the white bins, Those are purple salvia that I started from seed. I'll show you real quick. If you have dogs, y'all, you gotta do what you gotta do. Actually, these here are the echinacea. The green echinacea that I started from seed. They got planted today. And then these are the salvias. And there. Peonies popped up this week. They have really shot up this week. Lots of blooms on that one. Another poppy here. I can't remember the color or the names of these, and which one's which, but got another one here. I got columbine coming up there. And then all my bulbs. Some lilies there. This is Ansonia. Love that icy blue color. Again, it's not really coming out on this video. So lilies. All these are daylilies back here. This is the big hibiscus, hardy hibiscus. Try not to bore you with stuff that's not really doing anything right now. But yes, I got in here and dug up some weeds. The dandelions have been horrible this year. Like, I've never seen so many dandelions before. There's a little allium. All my alliums disappeared, and how this one ended up over here, I have no idea. But that'll be like a big purple ball there. Spiderwort there, our trees. Spiderwort is probably my #1 favorite perennial. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I just love spiderwort. That true blue. I've got them over there too. That gorgeous blue flower. And I love the texture on it too, of the leaves. Got some irises that will be popping soon. Love irises. Oh, so anyway, let's go back over here. I'm just all over the place in this video. Hopefully I'm not boring you or making you guys sick moving the camera around so much. But here is my other David Austin rose, the climbing rose that just arrived. I've got a chair over it and some rose thorns around it, trying to protect it from the dogs. But this one here is the Gertrude Jekyll. It's like a hot pink fuchsia colored rose. So the idea here down my little path along the garage, I stuck this arbor here. This was in the front yard, and I brought it back here. I'm not going to use this one, but I wanted to just get the idea or get the picture of how this is going to look. So anyway, my goal is to get some black arches. I think I want to do 3 of them. So anyway, that I have Gertrude Jekyll here, and then about midway or so I'll have another one, and then I'll have another one out here. And in time, go a little slower so I'm not making y'all sick. In time, this will be, see how I can't really grow grass fully through here? I think I'm just gonna have a like a pea gravel pathway, which I like. I really like. I've seen it in a lot of cottage gardens. And then the grass that I have back here, it looks nice now, but as the season goes on, it just stays dry back here. And with the dogs running and everything, I just can't. There's no hope to have pretty grass back here, so eventually it will all be rock pathways. Here's my blue spruce. I can't leave this out. It's one of my favorite things in the yard and the garden. It is my favorite tree. And this is the time of year it's got its new growth on it. And I would say it's probably put on at least, I almost want to say like 1.5 feet this season. It's really shot up. Absolutely gorgeous, and I would love to have more of these actually out there by the road. If I were to get those trees out of there and maybe even take that dogwood that is not a very good performer at all, take that out of there, and I would love to have one of these on the corner of that berm. My favorite tree. And then here we got some purple irises that smell like grapefruit juice. Reminds me of grandma's when me and my cousins would run down to the woods and smell the irises she had along the woods. And again, good, bad, and ugly. Oh, obviously, in case you didn't know, you guys might remember from last year that these blocks were around this tree. Decided I didn't like that anymore, and I wanted all of the edging pavers to mostly look the same. So that was a project. I think the edging or the curve there turned out nice. So yeah, eventually this will be pea gravel in here too. So in years to come, it will have rock pathways. Hosta's coming back. Let's go this way. I want to show you guys the Brunnera. It doesn't bloom for very long, but it's really pretty. Again, I love that blue. Such an airy, I don't know, airy mystical plant, I guess. And then we got the bleeding heart. I need to get some more of these. Alright, so work in progress. I need to get some more black exterior paint and finish this. I ran out last fall, summer, whenever I painted it, and never went and got another can of it, so I gotta finish that pretty soon. Blue weeping cypress, I believe. This is the one I got at the garden center at the end of the season, and she sold it to me for $30. I thought that was a pretty good deal for a tree that size. And I really like the blue against the black garage. Hopefully that's coming out good. It really does look good in person. And of course I've got to get out here. It never ends, y'all. And I'm sure you guys understand. But I gotta get out here and clean my fence. It's a whole lot of fence to scrub, but it needs to be done. This is an ongoing area of the yard here, but piece by piece, garden is always, a garden is never done. You're always working on it. And unless you're made of money, it's not going to happen overnight. So I'm still debating on what I want to do in this section of the yard. I love my arborvitaes. I might get like 2 or 3 more to finish out over there. And I hope this year I can get my black picket fence, and I would like to define like this edge of the garage there and over, and make this like its own little garden section. I would like to have some more raised beds back here. And then the thing about that is, with all the trees, when they fill in, oh, you can't grow anything in the shade. So this is a very challenging area, but it's a work in progress. Alright guys, this video is really long. Hopefully I didn't bore you. If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching so much. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And if you want to follow along with me and my garden and everything to come this season, please hit that subscribe button. Like I said, it's completely free, and even if you don't want to watch it, I would appreciate the subscription. So, anyway, you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will talk soon. Bye, friends.